Om Tat Sat. My humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman, to my worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayanandaji Maharaj, to the Divine Mother, and all sages and saints, and to each of you, divine soul, watching today's satsang. We are studying the worship of God as Mother, mysticism of Devi Mahatmya. Commentary is by my Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayanandaji Maharaj, narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So yesterday we had covered Durga Devi, goddess as Durga, and today we will be studying the mystical meaning of that. So in this first portion of the story of the goddess, Lord Vishnu's sleep is symbolic of the fact that Brahman, or the absolute self, is ever untouched by or detached from the world process. He alone is. So that's what that mystic sleep is about. And if you are just listening to this for the first time, please go back to the previous video, so you can be connected to the story that we are discussing. So this study is more in a sequential format. So those of you who are enjoying it, I request you study it and follow it on a daily basis for you to get the real essence of the Devi Mahatmya. And it's very profound, so I highly encourage you to do that. So the pralaya state is the state of dissolution of the world, where everything dissolves. When the three gunas, or the modes of nature, as we often discuss, the three modes of nature, sattva, purity, rajas, activity, and tamas, inertia. So they are in perfect balance at that stage where there is pralay. There is no agitation in any of the gunas. The water referred to in the story is the avyaktam, or the non-manifest, the causal water, in which the seeds of future creations lie hidden. The Shesha serpent, which serves as a couch for Lord Vishnu, symbolizes the cosmic mind, or the infinity aspect of the Lord, and the hoods of the Shesha serpent represent the countless powers of the divinity. Human misery throughout the cycles of birth and death is caused due to avidya. Avidya means ignorance. Ignorance promotes the formation of attachment, which is raga, and hatred, which is dvesha, in the mind of an individual. These two major afflictions, respectively symbolized by the demon Madhu, literally Madhu means honey, and the demon Kaitaba. Kaitaba means bitter. So that implies raga, dvesha, or hatred and attachment. So that arose out of the impurities of the ears of Vishnu, those the muck coming out of attachment and hatred. So that indicates that when one lacks the mystic art of listening to the teachings of the scriptures, he allows these two demons to dominate the mind. So therefore satsanga becomes very important. That's your partner to your spiritual journey. When the mind is dominated by these two demons, the individual loses the sense of creativity that exists within. That is the latent Brahma in the individual. He falls prey to the demoniac forces such as anger, lust, greed, pride, jealousy, others, etc. In the first stage of sadhana, sadhana means your spiritual practice, these impressions of raga and dvesha, which are the seeds of future births, must be destroyed. It is Durga, or Kalika Devi, the terrific manifestation of the goddess, who appears in the first stage of an aspirant's spiritual life to destroy these gross obstacles. That is why the Devi is portrayed as riding on a lion, which symbols bravery and power. The numerous weapons in the hands of the Devi are different spiritual powers, assisting the aspirant in destroying the gross impurities of his heart. Through devotion, Durga Devi is pleased, and the divine Vishnu, who was as if asleep, is awakened. This is symbolic of the awakening of the mystical power in an aspirant through the practice of listening, reflection, and meditation. It is called Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. So that's when an aspirant starts working towards his evolution. Thus awakened, the soul of the aspirant fights its battle against Mala. Mala are the gross impurities of the mind, which are represented by these two demons of Madhu and Kaitaba, or attachment and hatred, and he attains victory over them. The victory over Raga and Dvesha is the beginning of the spiritual movement that culminates in the cessation of the world process through the attainment of self realization. So, we will continue the mystical impact meaning of Goddess Durga and her various weapons and her journey to help Brahmaji, and how she eradicated those two demons of Raga, Dvesha, etc. We'll cover more of that tomorrow. Om Tat Sat.